What up? It's your boy Rick De Niro, and you're now tuned in to Rickology Media, where you can find the latest in music, entertainment news, and black culture. My only request is that you hit that like and subscribe button on the way in so we can get this shit jumping. Because if they gonna record it, I'm gonna report it. Bitch, don't shoot the messenger. Yeah. What up? It's your boy Rick De Niro, and we are back. I am here to continue this Diddy saga with y'all, and it's getting hot. It's getting steamy. Mr. P.Diddy, Mr. Freak Off himself, Mr. Diddler. He can't stay out the headlines these days. We are about to recap this trial. I'm a bit taken aback, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm taken aback. The information that I have heard, it's just disgusting. Yes, it's just disgusting. And we're going to get through it. Me, you, all of us. So, it says Ventura went into detail about Diddy's alleged freak-offs, apparently. And they were, Let's read. During her first day of testimony on May 13th, Ventura spoke at length about Combs' alleged freak-offs, sex parties Combs allegedly orchestrated involving women having sexual encounters with male escorts. Now, women? It seems like she was the only woman and it was a bunch of niggas. Bunch of guys, excuse me. The freak-offs performance involved watching Sean watch me with another person and direct us on what we were doing sexually, she said in court. So that means that he was in the corner somewhere playing with himself while his girl get dick down, okay? Ventura recalled feeling confused and nervous when Combs asked her to participate in the freak-off for the first time after she had recently turned 22. So not only did you have your girlfriend freaking off, but goddammit, she was just shy of 21, huh? She was just getting past the threshold. Wet behind the ears still. She said, I knew it was something he wanted to do. I just remember my stomach falling to my butt. I had just turned 22. Didn't have a concept the freak-offs would be a turn on. She remembered thinking. I was confused, nervous, but I loved him so much. See, now this is where the coercion comes into play, people. This girl was young. She didn't know no better. I mean, some would beg to differ, but she was young. She was rather young, and let's continue. At the time, Ventura felt like she didn't have an option on whether or not she could participate because she didn't know what to do. She didn't know what no could be or what no could turn into, she said in court. Ventura further claimed that the freak-offs could last days at a time and told the courtroom the longest was 4 days or even more with breaks. Then I was recovering from the drugs, dehydration, just trying to stay awake all the time. The freak-offs became a job. God damn it. You freaking off for 4 fucking days? I'm like, yo, 40 minutes is a fucking enough for me. You talking about 4 days? The fuck? In addition to performing and the alleged freak-offs, he was on his kinky shit. He wanted her to perform type shit, you know what I'm saying? A little naughty teacher, a little schoolgirl, actually. Ventura also said that she was taking drugs to disassociate from the sexual activities that Combs allegedly coerced her to do. During freak-offs, I would take pills all the time. If we ran out, we would call friends, drug dealers, Ventura said, while later adding, for me it was disassociative and numbing. I can't imagine doing any of it without a buffer. It was emotionless. I didn't want to have sex with a stranger. She claimed that she got sick from the drugs during some of the freak-offs, but Diddy allegedly continued to force her to perform even after she had threw up from the drugs. The drugs varied, but she listed cocaine, ketamine, GHB, MDMA, ecstasy, mushrooms, substances she took during the freak-offs. After the freak-offs had ended, she claimed she was often in charge of cleaning up the hotel rooms, which were usually filled with blood and urine. So what the fuck was going on in these hotel rooms? Huh? For it to be blood involved? God damn it. She had some big dick deviants. All right, all up in her. To be bleeding? Shit. Ventura alleged that Diddy would urinate in her mouth during freak-offs. Oh, this is one disgusting motherfucker, okay? Because let me ask you a question, y'all. And this goes for man or woman. I'm pretty sure you don't want the person you love, huh? The person you want to be with, the person you want to get up with every morning and look at them and kiss them in the mouth. You want motherfuckers urinating all in her fucking mouth? I don't even want to urinate in your mouth and have to fucking kiss you. Like, what? I'll look at you sideways after you suck the... and then you try to come for a kiss. I gotta look at you crazy. Like, you want me to kiss you after where your mouth just been? In addition to discussing what allegedly took place during Combs' freak-offs, Ventura also shared some of the things she had to personally endure. Ventura testified that Combs or one of the male escorts he hired for the freak-offs, or sometimes both parties at the same time, would urinate on me. When Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson asked if Cassie wanted Combs or the escort to urinate on her, she replied no. But there was no conversation. It was a turn on for Diddy, so it happened. Ventura claimed that she found herself choking at certain points because there was too much urine in my mouth. Bruh. Shit. Even though she didn't want to participate in the act, Ventura was high at the moment. She added, "There is not a whole lot of control you have with two men standing over you peeing. I thought it was obvious I didn't want to do it." In addition to having to ingest urine, Ventura also alleged that Combs forced her to have sex with male escorts while she was on her period. Oh, this is where the blood came from. You nasty motherfucker. I was expected to have freak-offs on my period, she said. Sean would expect it. I don't think anyone wants to do that. Nah, some bitches want to. She claimed Diddy controlled a lot of my life. Ventura and Combs were in an ongoing on and off relationship until 2018, and Ventura recalled feeling control for most of the relationship. He controlled a lot of my life, she says, while adding that she was naive and a total people pleaser when they began dating. As the relationship developed, Ventura claimed that he would control her appearance, connection to the outside world. When he was displeased with something Ventura did, she claimed that he would punish her by taking away her phone, computer, or other electronics for however long she was being punished for. Sean is a really polarizing person. He was charming, Ventura said on the stand. It's hard to really be able to determine what you need when he's telling you what he wants. I just didn't know. I didn't know what would happen. Now, let me just say something here. That speaks volumes, because I remember early 2010-ish, 2011-ish maybe, you know, Cassie, she came out in 2005, 2006, whenever she got with Diddy, maybe 2007, 2008 or whatever. You would see Cassie for a while and then you would not see her. You knew she was signed to Bad Boy. You knew she was still with Diddy. I mean, you knew Diddy had his baby mother, Kim. He had his other baby mothers, Misa, whatever, his girlfriends. But you knew Cassie was in the picture. And then next thing you know, she'll pop up, head shaved, not really saying much on the red carpets. So I'm not gonna lie, I believe her, I'm still trying to figure out some things, but for the most part, I believe her. She got emotional while recalling how Diddy told her about oral sex. Oh my God. Did he show her how to do it? Hold on, let's read. During her testimony, Ventura looked back on the start of the relationship and got emotional while speaking about one of their first encounters at the Trump International Hotel and Tower in Manhattan, just after her 21st birthday. I wanted to be around Sean for some same reasons as everyone else at the time. This exciting, entertaining, fun guy who had happened to have my career in his hands, Ventura said while starting to get emotional. Ventura, who signed a 10-album deal with Combs, Bad Boy Records in 2006, claimed that during the meetup, Combs introduced her to oral sex. Sean taught me how. He gave me oral sex. I did not reciprocate. I just went home, Ventura said. I heard about it from him. He made me feel crazy for not reciprocating, but I didn't understand and I was in a relationship with someone else. She continued saying, I was so young and I didn't have the vocabulary and was just trying to understand it. I was sexually inexperienced. Leaving him was always confusing. I felt special and not a lot of people got that time. She claimed that she was not sober when she had sex with Diddy for the first time. While speaking about her personal relationship with the defendant, Ventura discussed the first time they had sex after Combs gave her ecstasy. I was drinking wine, then started to take drugs, a blue dolphin ecstasy pill, she said about the encounter in Miami. Sean gave it to me. I had never taken it before. I was just out of it, laughing, didn't know what it was until a little bit later. Ventura recalled feeling euphoric and really high, sensitive to touch and all your senses. Oh yeah, that was the blue dolphin, baby. When their relationship begun, Ventura claimed that Combs was still in a relationship with Kim Porter and that Combs was careful not to make it look bad. Ventura claimed Diddy recorded her sexual encounters for blackmail materials. While Combs was allegedly forcing Ventura to participate in sex acts during the freak-offs, he was also allegedly filming her and using them as blackmail, she testified. She said she lived in fear that he would release the footage in retaliation, and he had many resources to do that. During her second day of testimony, prosecutors further questioned Ventura over the specific blackmail materials. She explained that they were freak-off videos that showed her doing things that made her look not great. She testified that it was common for Combs to threaten to leak the tapes when he was upset or if he was dating someone new. When he was upset about something, it was just a pretty common thing. She said of the threats to release the videos would say he was going to release them and embarrass me and put my career in jeopardy. Ventura alleged that Diddy asked her to get in a pool filled with baby oil. All right, now, Diddy, you taking this baby oil shit just a little too far now. I heard he was warming the shit up in the sink, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Seeing her a little dry, nah, throwing it at her, I need you glistening, Fucking freak. Ventura was speaking about her involvement in Combs' freak-offs when she claimed that during one of the parties, Combs asked her to get into an inflatable pool filled with baby oil inside a hotel room. During her testimony, Ventura said that she was fully clothed at the time and did not want to get in the pool. However, she also acknowledged that she was more scared of the possible repercussions she'd face if she didn't follow Combs' wishes. Something that Sean wanted to happen, that's what was going to happen. After Combs was indicted in 2024, authorities said that they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil, which we know from his Miami and Los Angeles homes. However, Combs' attorneys disputed the number, and his lawyer, Tony Garagos, later told the jury during opening statements, "You may know of his love of baby oil. Is that a federal crime? No." Yeah, he like his fish wet and squirming up, clearly. She addressed the now infamous footage of Combs' assault in the hotel in 2016. Whew, this is hot, man. This is steamy, y'all. Excuse me. On the second day of testimony, Ventura discussed the now infamous video of Combs hitting her outside the hotel room in Los Angeles in March of 2016. She told the court that she didn't fight back because it just made him look more violent, more stronger. She explained that in the past, she had tried to fight back, but it surprised him. He was surprised I was actually fighting back. It made him have more anger, more frustration, she claimed, while later adding, "I did fight back, more on the early side, and make it worse for myself." Woo! I mean, to sum it all up, guys. Yeah, Diddy was punishing this girl. You heard? Straight punishment. Straight punishment. All right, so Ventura initially consented to the freak-offs. We do know this. There was text messages, that the defense brought up, saying how she couldn't wait to freak off, and let's just read some more. Ventura testified that while she initially participated in days-long freak-offs, drug-fueled sex marathons to please Combs and maintain their relationship, she grew exhausted and sickened by them, detailing how Diddy hit her during multiple freak-offs. She broke down on the stand Friday, grabbing tissues to pat down her tear-stained cheeks. "The prolonged abuse made me feel worthless, just like dirt, like I was nothing," she testified. "I worried for my safety. I worried for my career," Ventura told jurors on Friday, adding that she worried Diddy wouldn't love her anymore. Ventura also said she was worried Diddy would release footage from the freak-offs if she didn't go along with them. $20 million civil settlement. Okay, in 2023, Ventura filed a civil lawsuit against Combs, accusing him of sex crimes. We know this. Alleged retaliation against Kid Cudi. Ventura claimed that Diddy learned about the relationship with the rapper Kid Cudi. He allegedly retaliated by bombing Cudi's car. The three of them once met for dinner to talk about the relationship. When Cudi asked, "What about my vehicle?" Combs allegedly responded, "What vehicle?" Ventura said that was the end of that conversation. "Fuck your vehicle, nigga. You fucking my bitch? You think I give a fuck about your car?" Nah. Baby oil not laced with drugs, she says. Ventura testified that while baby oil was often present during her sexual encounters with Diddy, it was not laced with drugs, despite several civil lawsuits suggesting otherwise. However, Ventura says she often took drugs including ecstasy, cocaine, ketamine, GHB before and during sometimes days-long freak-offs to stay awake and feel numb. God damn. You know what, y'all? Let's just get to the meat and potatoes of this shit, okay? Woo! I just don't know what to say, okay? This fucking Diddy character is really a character. Like, whenever you thought you was out here doing something with your life, you know what I'm saying? You thought you was a freaky, nasty, sexual motherfucker. No, you were not, okay? A little slapping on the ass, okay? You shove your dick in and out of a bitch mouth, okay? That ain't nothing. Okay? When you think you're doing something and then you go read this Diddy trial, you know you did nothing in life. All right? You ain't had shit going on in your sex life. Nah, that's something right there. Okay? Now, it was something else I wanted to show you guys. So it was a male sex worker that also testified against Diddy. All right, and he recounts having sex with Cassie, having been paid by the singer. Says Daniel Phillip, an escort, first took the stand on Monday, May 12th, and resumed his testimony Tuesday. He described being hired to have sex with Ventura at the Gramercy Park Hotel in Manhattan while Combs was in the room. Fucking freak boy. Look, peeking around the corner and shit, rubbing his nipples, all type of shit. At one point, Phillip said he overheard Combs apparently hit Ventura and testified about the aftermath. She was shaking uncontrollably, obviously afraid. And when we started talking for a while before we ended up kissing each other, Phillip testified Tuesday. During cross-examination, Combs' attorney Xavier Donaldson tried to paint the encounter between Phillip and Ventura as consensual. The indictment alleges that Combs forced and coerced women into having sex with male sex workers, which the defense has attempted to push back on. Was Ventura the one who paid you? Donaldson asked. Yes, Phillip replied. She wasn't drunk or high, Donaldson asked, to which Phillip responded by agreeing she wasn't. Is it fair to say she was in complete control of everything she did? Donaldson asked. I cannot say that, Phillip answered. Combs was arrested in September 2024. We know that. Okay. All right. Well, listen, guys. I think we know enough about this shit, okay? We know enough about Puffy. We know enough about what he's been doing. What I want to ask you guys, what do you think should be this man's consequence? This girl said that she had sores in her mouth. She had sores in her mouth. For all we know, Diddy could have gave this girl some shit that she can't even fucking give back. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm disgusted. I am rather disgusted. And yeah, he should go to jail. I do. If what they're saying is correct, that man should go to jail. Facts. She was young. You had her out here just doing the most. I think I'm done for now, y'all. Comment, like, subscribe, but I want y'all to tell me in the comments. If you had a significant other, all right, maybe y'all did consent to threesome or swinger lifestyle. Do you really want your significant other swallowing someone else's piss and cum? I mean, if whatever you choose to do, that's on you. But are you okay with waking up to your significant other kissing her in the mouth after knowing that another man or woman has pissed directly in her mouth, all right, on her tongue, and now you gotta kiss her? Let me know in the comments how you feel about that, and let me know, do you think Diddy should go to jail? Or do you think Cassie knew what she was doing? She was grown. She wasn't coerced. She was in her right mind. Let me know, please. Thank y'all. Love y'all.